We get a lot of questions about decorating for the holidays on a budget. Well, I've got the perfect person in mind to answer all of those questions. Our design expert, Dwight Woodbury, who just so happens to be on the job today. Hey, Dwight.
Hey, Kat, how are you? Let me show you what I'm doing.
From the outside in, Dwight never fails to surprise us with his unique design ideas.
It's eye-catching and you go, what a beautiful ornament, and you investigate even further, you realize, wow, it's a water bottle.
Yes, a plastic water bottle. How cool is that?
Well, it's not for everybody. Hanging candy canes or gingerbread men on your tree, that's not for everybody either.
Depending on your budget, this project can be as simple or as extravagant as you'd like.
This particular bottle I left clear.
Grab some plastic bottles, some of this Goo Gone, it'll help remove that sticky residue, and some supplies. We're using self-adhesive rhinestones and ribbon. This is
called diamond wrap ribbon. And it is like a ribbon. You can find it at any craft store, and it's called diamond wrap because it looks like rhinestones.
Yeah. Some spray paint.
This one is called Holiday Red. Now this one is actually going to be a little bit more expensive. This is actually a glitter.
And anything else you have laying around the house. Get creative.
And I don't throw anything away. So this is actually from a broken chandelier that I had. Or you can go to a craft store and buy like these acrylic chandelier baubles.
You'll also need some eye hooks and wire thread.
And this is called bouillon wire.
Now's the time to paint if you want a colored ornament.
You're going to need to start a pilot hole because this is going to end up being a hanger. Heat the tip of the straight pin. I found that this is the most effective way of creating a pilot hole for us. And just let it sit and it will slide right through. Now we can just take that and screw it right in.
Take the eye hook back out for now and get your bouillon wire.
I usually like to double it just to make it a little bit stronger.
Thread it through your bottle from bottom to top and now screw the eye hook back in. The excess wire will just break off, or you can wrap it around the hook. Now you can add your embellishment to hang from the bottom.
Just threading it through.
Just twist it over.
Here's another example where I found like these little dollar store ornaments.
Now it's time to decorate the bottle. We're using self-adhesive rhinestones.
If you're going to be using this outside and it's going to be exposed to elements, I would recommend that you use a little dab of hot glue.
And finally, some diamond wrap. Beautiful. That's gorgeous.
That's simple.
Yeah. We used our water bottle ornaments inside on this faux tree and outside.
Just to prove to you, I do practice what I preach. I've hung some ribbon here already, and just by taking it and just tying it on the end of the ribbon here.
It just gives it a little bling, like you love bling.
I love bling. I always love bling.
That looks great.
How cool is that?
And you know what I love about all the things that you show us is that it's a great talking point.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It creates conversation.
Absolutely.
When it comes to decorating, Dwight says this is the place to start.
Sets the tone. It's your first impression. We've got a great red front door here, so I knew that I wanted to really play off of that.
This is a very narrow doorway, and so I've noticed that you've kind of kept it to the side.
I wanted to get as much drama as I could possibly get, so I knew that I had to consider your traffic flow, and your traffic flow is going to stay to your left. And that's exactly why I kind of brought everything over to the right and brought it down.
This you've also kept with big ornaments, big bows, big ribbon.
Well, it's all about scale and balance. By going big, we don't have to use as many.
And if you have watched Dwight on the show before, we always know that you add a little bit of nature, and I see it.
Always. These are like cuttings from a magnolia tree. To me, it makes it a little bit more elegant, a little bit more lush.
Yes, indeed. As you move inside, Dwight says, play up the staircase if you have one, tabletops, and your mantle. You don't always have to put up a tree.
If you have a collection, I think it's important that you always keep your collections together. It's not very effective if you just scatter it all over the place. It has much more impact, much more meaning if it's shown as a full collection.
He actually divided the collection into two groups.
This particular homeowner has like the Ratco ornament collection, which draped on the garland on the stairs, it makes it much more visible. As opposed to on a tree, you can't really appreciate each ornament because it just they all get lost on a tree.
but you can always get the look for less.
These are the platters that you found around your home. I thought they were metal.
No, no. $2.99 from
They're
any party
plastic.
supply store. I think this would look great hanging on the front door.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
I'm always amazed at what we end up doing, so
Okay.
my mind is open.
And because it's plastic, I just punched holes in the top. Then I'm gonna take
Pipe
pipe cleaner and just run it through the top.
That's going to be our hanger.
This is going to be your hanger. Tie them together.
And pipe cleaners, of course, are so inexpensive.
Right, and very easy to work with. They're very easy on your hands. And what I did here is I took a piece of garland from an existing strand of garland that I already had, and I cut it. We're looking at about 1.5 feet off of a piece of garland that I already had. I'm going to take it, then just wire it onto the top here.
So we're using the garland itself to wire it around your hanger.
It just kind of frames the top of the platter. Here I've taken cuttings from my magnolia tree that I have growing in my backyard. I also have pine trees. Sometimes I use pine, and I'm just going to insert it into the greenery. This is really great for adding a little bit more volume and thickness to your garland, making it a lot more lush. So let's put another piece in here. I'm going to take pine cones from the backyard, and I just attached ribbon to the ends of it, and we can take it, and I think I'm just going to let that hang in the front like that. And as you can see, I'm just tying it right into the garland. So now, if you want, these are like ornaments.
Everybody has these.
Sure, just very basic ornaments. We're just going to wire these in just for a little pop of color. You don't have to go out and make a huge investment to do this. Let's just do a cluster right in here. Let's add one more. I usually like to do groups of either 3 or 5s.
Looking good.
All right. Let's just go ahead and finish it off with the bow in the center. Have you ever tied a bow before?
I mean, like a bow, like you tie your shoes?
It's really easy. It's really easy to do. Take your ribbon. This is going to be our tail, and you decide how long you want the tail to be. We'll make our first loop about like that. You then take it, twist it a half turn, like so, and then loop back over.
I can hold the end.
Okay, that's great.
I'm good at that.
And double back over.
Okay.
And so you end up with this. And you continue to do that. So half turn, make your loop, like so, half turn. You want your pattern to stay on top, that's all I'm doing. This is going to be our tail on this other side. Then we take our pipe cleaner, and we're just going to secure it here in the center. And to dress it up even more, here I went to the craft store and found like these monograms. And I took it outside, spray painted it, and we can glue that to the front. And here you've taken something so simple, and we personalized it a little bit.
I could so do that. Look at that.
Yeah, it came out great, huh?
Oh my gosh. And just to think we went from this to that. A $2 tray.
Head over to livewellnetwork.com to see these step-by-step instructions again and get Dwight's holiday decorating tips.